That's right. Yeah, that's the other thing to note. MR10
16K,
so it's a little bit different than the MR3 10K we're used to seeing. I kind of like it more. It gives some more time and some more flow to be built up. It's not just the one and done type style that overtime typically is.
I'm loving Kerrigan. Just talking inside the old chat. We've never played this map. It's just like, oh, okay. Did they update the mid? Did they update things?
Okay, so maybe TSM's completely
It's crocodile
lost.
tears, man. It's crocodile tears. I know it's crocodile tears. Fnatic are in trouble to, in fact, win this knife round unless Pronax can pull something absolutely amazing out of his...
JW's still alive, too. Let's not rule him out, because he got in behind Cajun B that time.
I'm going to rule him out now. Unfortunately, he's been sliced. Religion was changed. And that's going to be round to TSM, and they will go for CTs. I would be surprised if... Yeah, there's your swap. Cajun B is going to be the man to call it. So Team SoloMid will start from the CT side. And the important things we want to watch for, where does Fnatic focus? Like, we see him play it a lot. The attack into B is a lot more difficult now. The team's getting a lot more used to how they can smoke it up. The Molotovs playing in really, really close on that catwalk is... Like, I think the most action position we've seen. I was looking at the heat maps, the fact that someone posted over on CSGO Reddit.
Yeah, I hope
that
we
was
can
a
utilize
real big
those
spot. That was a real big spot. So, off we go. Pistol round to start with.
And remember, this map is not as CT-sided as it used to be. That choke point at B is actually easy to contest based on spawn points, and it's actually a lot more balanced than it ever has been before. I'm excited to see it tonight because it's been awesome to watch.
Such a heavy defense over on B. They got 4 players from Team SoloMid over here. The smoke came out very early. They know how Olaf wrecked ESL 1. They don't want to have that happen again. Now, KGB scouts someone coming up from the long A, so Sipnix will rotate back very quickly. You have to do that or else you're going to get yourself caught in those mid doors.
Interesting that Kerrigan's going to be the first rotator, that Dupree was falling at drop and Kerrigan was backside, so they still think they need to cover off drop and not leave it open. That's interesting to see if that's going to be a trend, because that's a long rotation, as now they're inside the site. Flushes Zipnix, Pronax, Cajun B, and Kerrigan finally responds as Olaf goes down, and look at this. The sermon has been spoken, the preacher spot, as we've nailed it.
He's going to boost him up. Yeah, it's our private name. No one else can use it.
Copyright 2015, but yeah, there's only 2 men left. That bomb is down, and oh, Kerrigan thought he might have a chance when he got behind them. Not to be. Pronax finds him, and now it's all down to Mr. Device, and unfortunately, he hasn't invented a device that will get him out of that situation. So 1-0 Fnatic.
That was a gamble from TSM. That you ran the 4 over, your rotation was a little bit late. The fact that the initial shots, the entry frags coming out from Fnatic, all were able to connect, that's a scary thing, I think, for TSM. Because that A site still shouldn't be that easy to breach. So where are they going to run? Cajun B as well as Kerrigan. Moving quickly up. And already, Kerrigan getting pushed straight back down into the pits of death. Cajun B wants to take his position. On-ramp Flush is waiting for him. And this A site is so open. But the primary push... I want to say even the primary push, because the bomb is sitting back over at that... I'll say, what, mid-connector?
Yeah, B-Hall's connector.
B-Hall's connector? Yeah. So Flusher will come and get it. JW is just currently having his own solo party. Device going to do something over on the catwalk. He's got the CZ anyway. I like his name for that one. That TSM. They're holding hands on top of each other. The plant will go down on A, and there's little to nothing they can do about this. And in fact, Olaf's already on his way out. They want to try and contest him. JW from behind, and then MG it up. And there it is. Fnatic will take the second round, and TSM. This defense is not looking as structured as we'd like to see, but we wait till gun round. That's when we'll see a lot more out from TSM, and we'll see if they do have even some level of grip on this map.
And that's the big question. As we said, it is the wildcard map, so how soon can they get up to speed with it, and how quick do they read Fnatic? JW is going to go down. Oh, misthrows that. He was trying to put that in danger. That would force one back out toward long, and Flusha would be ready for him if he came out. There was no one there, but now they know JW. Oh, Cajun B was in a good spot to just sit and wait. He still gets the kill, though, surprisingly. So JW whiffs on a shot. Luckily, Crims gets Dupree, evens it back up, and Olaf over at B. Long range for a pistol to take that fight against Olaf.
It's kind of funny because the place which KGB was playing in was something which I believe Happy was trying to exploit a lot. Get the machine gun down early, you make sure you know if it's an A or a B, and then you can move your defense to go for that one. And the place where Olaf was just able to get his pickup was where Virtus Pro liked to just find that boost. At the back when you don't really think you can get the smoke in to start with, so you can play in that close position we're talking about on the B catwalk, you play it from long instead. But you need the boost to get yourself up, and you have to keep your second player there. If it goes wrong, it goes badly wrong, because your boost player, they know they're there when you're coming in as the T's, so you make sure you get both the frags, and then B site's completely open.
Speaking of boosts, I want to see if anyone's going to run the exist boost over on the L turn from the long A take. You can actually get up on top of that wall and watch both entries still, which is what that wall was intending to stop. It was trying to give the T's a bit of an advantage to get inside the A site. We'll see if anyone utilizes that.
Device is playing from the back on the catwalk. He's
Watch
down low.
Dupree's going to have to watch out. JW wants to come down on top of him, and you can't get that early shot anymore into the drop from the CT perspective. There's no angle to spot it before it comes. You've just got to hold it.
Rely on the reflexes. Olaf's out. He's about to get two players walk in front of him. Does a little bit of damage to the Kerrigan. And Dupree, fantastic spot. Controlling it out, and now, well, into Skyfall. Pronax needs to open up a little bit of a hole with one player to drop. Dupree's not letting him come over to the A side. And that's where his teammate is. Flush is already over there. With a flash to cover, these CTs have to rotate in, so the bomb plant should still be able to go down. Flusher trying to move back. The nade over to Preacher. Doing some considerable damage. Dupree down at 2 HP. He'll have to go through that small hole in the wall. And this hold isn't impossible for Fnatic. Dupree will move up to the bomb truck. And already Flusher's going to take him out. And what a great play. Flusher for the third. And Team SoloMid, the retake. It's such an open area. And the fact that the Flusher realized plant goes down one side, I need to move back over to near the broken wall. That's when I'm going to find my angle. B was horrendous. That was a 2-on-5.
Oh, that was a big, big, big win for Fnatic right there. No question about it. They should have had that round. They should have had that round. I mean, Dupree played passive on the drop on Skyfall. Played it well, actually. They only lost one man in the process, countered that off, but I mean, good read by Fnatic, and just that skill. That's just outskilling. TSM is going to be kicking themselves, because if they are this uncomfortable on this map, that's your first gun round gone. That's a big round to lose. That right there could have been 2 rounds to their name. Now it's unknown how many they're going to get. They've got to fight their way back into this match.
I would be more concerned about what's going to happen when they move over to CT side. Yeah, you can have 2 on one side and on the other, but Fnatic have probably worked on entry strats. In fact, I know they've worked on entry strats, so you're in that position where you won't be feeling stable on either of these sides. It's like, can we just like go and move to cash right now? Let this be a 16-0. Fnatic, Pronax. Now this time he'll get the upper hand. KGB still moving himself over. He's able to get some return kills. Same with Sipnix. So this isn't the easiest round in the world for Fnatic. And it was the pistol for TSM. KGB's got the AK. He could eventually just save this. With a 2-on-1 situation, the Molotov holding him back, the bomb plant will go down. Team SoloMid will have enough money to buy in the next round, because obviously we go for the 5th. So it's max money. So KGB may as well give it a crack. He just needs that initial head, and
Problem is he doesn't need to expose himself this far, because if he doesn't get an early kill, he needs a way out of this. He's actually going in very deep, considering he has no kit. So I thought he might look for a one-on-one, get an early kill, then it's winnable by going in that far. Like you said, they still have money to work with, but if your chances are that numbered, if that much time's gone away and you have no information to work with, it might be worth saving the gun just to build your economy for later. Nonetheless, double up.
Yeah, heavy buy. KGB and Device. If this doesn't work, and if Fnatic is still able to take it, not only will Fnatic be 6 rounds up, but Team SoloMid mentally are going to be crippled on Cobble. Because you're running the strongest CT you can get, which is with that double AWP, as well as all the M4s. Well, both varieties. And Device, if he had a guess, they're going to boost him up.
That bench is so annoying, I have to say, in that particular spot. It's a really annoying spot for that bench to be. It does let you jump up and see over the box a little bit, but for the most part, it gets in your way when you're trying to cover that angle.
Olaf's going to go down. Top of Skyfall. That's that AWP lost for Fnatic. And no one's going to come back for this. In fact, they're looking for A. The flashing up all of the 3 players pushing up through long A. Smoke's nice, so Karrigan is in fact quite blind here. Another flash as well. JW, that was Dupree giving his teammates some help, but Pronax, they're moving up close. And in fact, JW right into the hole in the wall. And they've got it. In fact, the Molotov is killing off KGB. He couldn't get himself away from Divine Intervention to breach a spot. And Dupree, at least he's able to get into the opening area. That's where Flusher was able to rip them apart in that earlier round. JW wants a way out of this one. Flashes, quite nice, gets himself over to the truck. Still a 2-on-2 situation. These are the AWPs which they're fighting with. It was the double AWPs versus double A case. And you're seeing Device, JW. Okay, yeah, Device is just saving it. Maybe you can get some exits, but beyond that, this was your double AWP strat. It's not going to work. Fnatic don't save the AWP either. They just get the hell out of dodge. 6 rounds to 5. 6 rounds to 0.
You got to find something here to slow down Fnatic. They're keeping so many players over at B. We talked about this rotation earlier, whether it was going to be Karrigan from all the way in the back of B or Dupree who's up close. I would almost like to see a shift. If they think Skyfall or drop is that important, get Dupree out and get Karrigan to cover it. That gets Dupree or someone to the A site again that much quicker. So this time KGB is going to go right up toward middle as his Device sit toward that corner. They want to cover off this mid, but now it is going to be a B.
Olaf's coming really quick.
And they're on their way back.
He's getting flashed. Last time he got flashed, he backed out. But this time, he might feel a little bit more confident over on that B catwalk, especially with the other guys dropping down. But Dupree taking out 2. He's at least able to inflict some kind of damage, but Olaf, remember that he knows the second player is there. He just can't hold it.
KGB was in a great spot to watch for JW to come out the backside of drop, and he walked away from it. Luckily, JW didn't take that initiative to peek, because that moment right there could have caught out both Device and KGB. So they're still in a 3-on-2 by a little bit of luck right there. And now it's all off the drop. Finally, they're in a good position to win around 3 HP and 3 players to go against for JW. He won't even find the first. So TSM 1 on the board. Good rotations. They get aggressive toward A that time. They get up, much like you see on something like Overpass. You get all the way out. No one's there. No one's home. All right. Forget it. They're not here. We got noise over at B. We're going. We're gone. And they get back early on the rotation. Dupree dropped down after 2, but they still had 2 players to cover off for him.
Yeah.
Good awareness and good read and early presence of mind from TSM.
Well, Fnatic, they've still got a crap ton of money. In fact, they're the ones going for the double AWPs on JW as well as Olaf. And speaking of JW, he's already able to get that initial frag over on the A side. KGB backing out. He does not want to be anywhere near danger or that mid area to A. And, well, JW doesn't care. He just keeps walking and firing. Dupree with a Famus. Wait, he's just holding onto the flash. There's that return kill finally from KGB. So we're into a 3-on-4 situation. 2 coming through long. That's Flusher and Crims. Olaf still waiting for Karrigan. And in fact, Pronax is coming over here. So Flusher and Crims make quite a large amount of noise over on A. That's meant to open up the space for that. Karrigan's going to drop, and the B site's completely exposed. Flush is coming back through mid, so they cannot rotate that one. Dupree looking to catch him out as they're moving. They get some level of damage into Crims. But the plant's already down on the B site, Dupree and KGB. Again, we find ourselves in a position, deja vu, with a double AWP situation and forced to retake.
Oh, they're not going to. They'll save here. So they're already looking to do that, but I'm very impressed with Fnatic's ability to find the angles, find the picks they need at the sites, but not only that, they're committing these fakes with 3 on entry. They're not even doing it. Yeah, he's going to get caught out, though. So Dupree's got the angle. Now they know where they are, and they've got time to hunt if they want to, knowing they've got 2 ops, so they'll secure from both sides. All right, well, they're going to keep dropping.
This wasn't part of the plan. It's notice that Fnatic have a large amount of money, especially, well, Flusher does. He had 5.8k. So they got enough for another buy, but those 3 losses weren't really what Fnatic needed. Just
to cap off the point, though, Fnatic's faking very well, and they're doing it with more than 1 man, which means their entry frags have been absolutely outstanding. So 7-1, and maybe, okay, we said we didn't know how good Fnatic really were. We saw some good performances from them. I still don't think everyone's up to speed on this map, but they are looking very good, and that means you definitely have to look to ban it. So this does really work well for them in all cases.
It's a quick B. Olaf's already out on the catwalk. This time he does flash. After the flash, get pushed back. Dupree's waiting for him. Not close to Skyfall like he was before. In fact, he's the man that has to cover the catwalk this time around. And Cage can be so aggressively up on long A. He has to understand that no one from Fnatic is here. They're all coming in. So Dupree needs to work hard. Getting banged the crap out from Hutt, but he's still able to get the kill on JW. How much longer can he survive? Well, with nades coming in from Zipnix like this, and the crossfire from Kerrigan with the Famas, they're going to actually completely stop this push from Fnatic. The jump up with the pistol. He's got 2 bullets inside that Famas. Switch over the pistol again. And Fnatic getting caught up at catwalk.
Finally something going the way of TSM. That time their positioning was good and Fnatic walked out to that aggression. That's what Team SoloMid's relying on. They're relying on them to come through those smokes and take them from the off angle. They haven't been aggressive against it. We saw one round where they boosted up and off to try and counter out that hallway. But by then Fnatic had already committed to elsewhere. They're looking for calculated picks. If TSM can find them early and find them setting up for those picks or getting overly aggressive as they did there, then they have a chance here. But it's up to Fnatic to make those mistakes.
YOLO rush.
It's crazy that their economy's broken already off this.
Just those earlier frags, man. Those 3 of them. Because they hunted.
TSM's trying to boost in reverse here. Or at least get up close. Okay, so they didn't actually go for the boost. Kerrigan just wanted to get up a little bit closer, but they'll fall off of it.
They've moved Flusher back over to A. But the defense is quite heavily stacked for TSM. Freeze in the perfect AWP spot. However, there's a bit of an... okay, well, that kind of got shut down pretty quickly. Pronax was the only one to find himself a pick-off here. Dupree with the defensive nade. Doesn't realize the T's got in a little bit closer, but it doesn't matter. Team SoloMid able to get back-to-back rounds up against Fnatic.
The interesting thing there, though, is both rifles did all the killing. The ops didn't find anything. And, of course, it was a bit of a steam train or a freight train coming in with just pistols, but the ops aren't in angles that are working for them, and we've touched on that a few times in rounds, that the double op hasn't really brought them any benefit. Yet they're still going to go with it. Of course, they had them and held on to them, so there's no reason to throw away that much money.
Just the interesting positions they're running the double ops too.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Like the first time they picked up the AWP with Olaf, he went to Skyfall, trying to find the gap in there. Or looking down towards the catwalk, as opposed to going to the A. Now, there's going to be a quick push in from Fnatic. They're coming in through Skyfall. They're standing on top of each other, and now here comes the drop. So Kerrigan, number 1, control those bullets. He's got 2, needs a 3rd. He's got a pistol behind him, and that's going to be the round as Olaf will be brought down on cat.
Good round.
Very clean.
No one lost. This gives them a bank. 9K for Zipnix. I mean, this is turning everything around. This is exactly what they need. And again, Cajun B gets aggressive out toward long A. No one's shown up. There's one smoke thrown from Olaf back through the B connector, through that window, down through the door, lands exactly on the entry point. That holds Device. I thought Device might go for a flank rotation, but he comes back, actually catches a lurk player from Fnatic who's inside the main connector. And down he goes, finally Flusha though. Okay, so Cajun gets aggressive again. He goes down. Device needs to call. Dupree's already rotating it. But look, it's a fake. They're setting up for the 4 on just this one kill.
Yep.
Dupree's wise to it this time. This is good. This is not an over-rotation. That's a lot of the mistakes they've been making.
Yep. So they get good cover. Watching out to the cap. Pronax is moving back over to the A. And Olaf, well, he makes a little bit of a hole over a catwalk. Flusher also looking for that pick over towards Danger where he thought Device is. Device is a long, long way back. JW, he's in. He's coming in through the back doors right now. He's going to catch him from behind. Well, at least there's Olaf dropping. Krim's patience to take out Zipnix. And JW, who's literally on top of Dupree. Well, not literally, practically. So the B-side belongs to Fnatic, and they're going to be able to get themselves around after a very long time. Flusher gets the kill on Device. Pronax will get the bomb plant down, at least for... No, he doesn't even get it down for himself. 8 rounds to 4 in favor of Fnatic. This scoreline looks very, very familiar to a previous map we cast tonight.
It does, but I'm not sure that it bodes well this time for TSM.
Well, it depends. With the changes to the mid doors, like if you could find a way to get into the sites, your T site could be amazing.
It's really hard to read. I don't have any information on TSM on this map, and I don't know how they're going to set up
long A
on their T takes. Device is in a great spot, though. Look at that. There's one. Pops out. Only one. Krims gets him. I thought he would find more than that. So he actually misses on one shot. That cost him.
Olaf's keeping the attention of Kerrigan as well as Dupree over here on the B side. Dupree's not a healthy man with only 2 HP behind his name. He's hoping for the pick. There's KGB able to find Crims at the A doors. Also revealing the fact the bomb is there, which means Olaf has to come back over. Unless he can find another way through. JW now down, a 2-on-4 situation. So the only way Fnatic are going to take this round is if they can kill off Debris and get that plant down before Carrigan can get back over there. That's the only way this is really going to work for them. But Dupree's got the perfect angle. That AWP, just watching the jump out. He gets the first shot onto Flusher. Flashbang to try and slow up Olaf. He does have the bomb. He's going to get the plant down, so at least there'll be some money coming in the way of Fnatic. Oh, I take that back.
Never mind.
Yep. They weren't quick enough. Carrigan was able to get there in time.
Fnatic's relying a lot on fakes. A lot on fakes. And if teams can learn to read which smokes they throw in each case, for example, the Olaf smoke through the connector window onto that main door at mid, as soon as teams are able to predict that, they'll be able to rotate and read a lot to counter it. In which case, then you just start double reading it. Fnatic realizes teams are doing that, act like they fake and go, and then we get elaborate and we fall into this sort of Inception, sort of nonstop counter strategy.
Funny thing is, we're not seeing Fnatic being anywhere near as aggressive as I thought they were going to be over on this B side. Like, sure, Dupree's been doing a fantastic job, be it through Skyfall or be it now back at Hut with that AWP, keeping Fnatic at bay. But the reason why Fnatic was so feared on this map was the fact that Olaf would just come out with that Tech 9, and with a couple of good, well-placed smokes and flashes, they just took kill after kill. Pronax Relentless being attacked from both sides, JW. Now he's going to split up the defense of the CTs, and this is not what Team SoloMid could allow to happen. Dupree, he's in the very back corner. Crim's going to see him. He misses the initial shot, and that's going to allow Crims to get the first kill. Olaf will mop up Cajun B. They're able to grab one of those AWPs into Olaf, and the plant did go down. So a little bit of extra cash for the one.
And Dupree was screwed. He had nowhere to hide there.
Yep.
You're stuck in that corner. You're waiting for them to come out from the B connector, the B long hallway. Where do you go? They came in from drop. He couldn't even get up close toward the site and try and find cover. He was screwed. He had nowhere to go.
The buy-ups are coming. Heavy AWPs, including the scouts, is also up.
So they're actually playing more of an A presence this time, TSM.
Oh, look at Olaf. He's waiting for the boost. He knows the boost is coming. So he's looking for the pick, and there it is. Second one down the ground. That's what I talk about. You lose one, you're going to lose two. And in fact, Olaf taking 3. Watching for the doors. Where's that CT player coming? KGB's moving up, but JW is already waiting from over at the window. And there it is. A little bit around the corner from the window, and Device. He could drop down through Skyfall. It's the last round of the half, so you may as well go for it with the CZ auto. He can at least take down JW. But this will be the end of our first half in a moment. There we go. The moment is now over. So we do get an exact copy of our halftime score from Inferno. It is 10 rounds to 5 going into the halftime with Fnatic leading by 5 rounds.
And that last round, I talked about it, that smoke from Olaf. It lands right in the doorway at the mid connector down in the bottom of mid in the pit. So many names for everything on this map.
Yeah.
But it caused them to not rotate. Every time they go for a 5-man take B, they start with that smoke. And they sat and they looked for it. They waited for it. They waited for it. Device sat. Oh, smoke's gone. They're not here. I guess I'll push behind them. They need to be a little bit quicker, and Fnatic's a bit predictable in that regard, I have to say, on their strategies. So we'll get things started. It's Fnatic's turn to play defense and on a map that they're quite comfortable on. We'll see if TSM has any answer whatsoever, and it's going to start right now on this pistol.
Yep. This is where we see what strats they have up their sleeves. It looks like it's a Skyfall prep. They do have Carrigan, who's over on the far catwalk. And he's right in front of Olaf. Crim's coming over to help him out. That's a timing drop. KGB is the only floater on the A site. But Flush is already moving over to B. JW manipulating that place in the front. Now they do see him. They're coming in through Skyfall. Pronax will go down. The Molotov is stopping the push from just instantly moving through. But with Olaf going down, and then they get the crossfire from Dupree. This is a big push. Pistol round from TSM. They must wrap this up, and they're going to. There's only JW left. He's coming in from catwalk. He's going to at least pick up one as fast as he possibly can. The reload in a 1-on-3 situation, getting tagged very heavily by Device. Comes in point blank, and that is going to be the round going the way of TSM.
So this is the start. This is the same start we had last time. Remember, I thought they would get 3 last time, go to 10-8. They got ecoed and still made it work with only 7 off the start of it. They can make better this time. They might give themselves a chance, but again, I don't have enough information on how they're going to play this, so it's going to be very interesting to see what smokes and flashes give away what take they're going to do. And Fnatic's also going to have to read those exact things.
I bet your Team SoloMid are hoping Beyonce is kind of like their figurehead at the moment, because they're looking for deja vu to win this second map. Now, KGB pushing out with that AK. Kerrigan with the Tech 9 able to hold the top of Skyfall. And the rotations are coming quickly. JW as well as Crims are coming from behind in through the halls. And JW Kerrigan waits down. He's only got 8 HP left. And that'll be enough for Crims to take it. But Crims and Flush are the only ones left alive. The plan is down on B. And they're getting the hell out of there. Save the armor. Save at least one of the nades in the D. And the CZ. And this will be the 7th round going the way of Team SoloMid.
So bomb's going to detonate. Not much to read on that round. They just basically ran in, took advantage of the guns. Good entry by Cajun B to start it off. They don't give anything up. That's also important to note. Flusha did have armor. Crims with a helmet as well.
That's the only thing they get to save. But if those weapons can help them get at least maybe one of the weapons out of the hands of Team SoloMid coming into this round, it could give them the advantage to go 11-7. But it's still a pretty tall ask.
This is interesting. Kerrigan's going to be the one that saves for the... Okay, no, my mistake. No, he is. Okay, so I thought the overlay switched on me. He does just have the CZ75, not an AK. So he's the one that's going to save for it. Dupree's gone for the UMP45. He's also got 36. They're going to be a good position to upgrade next round. Crims, though, already finding Kerrigan. Cajun B at least finds JW.
Crims did really well to get himself out of that situation.
Oh, that flash caught Olaf. Fortunately, no one pushing in on it.
Crims wasn't blind, so he would have been able to protect his teammate. She also flagged the fact that JW went down over on the A. And so far, Fnatic have refused to drag anybody off the B site. Team SoloMid so far have refused to go for the A site. So, suppose it works.
And this is a bit of a stack because you've got 2 on drop. Olaf second-guessing it, but he's still going to be in a quick rotation spot. They need to pretty much all go long and win this first kill on Pronax, and take down Flusha without losing a man.
Flusha, that's
to make this really worth it.
Good nade position. That's going to stop him from just jumping down on his teammate, which is Pronax in that corner. He's able to grab one. Still alive.
Look at that. Pronax not found. They lost 2 man already, so now it's going to be a 2-on-2. They've got to be so careful, and Cajun B's on 3. This is my point. They needed to get those kills efficiently because they're in a tight spot. Look at the HP, 13 total, and it's a CZ75. He's got to bait out this bomb plant, but Olaf's got a chance, and we might see an Inferno repeat where they get ecoed on round 3 of the half. Bomb's down. He's trying to bait them. Flash holds him off on one side. He knows they're both back in the same angle, but he can't get there. That pop flash doesn't do enough, and there's the shot. It's easy for him. That pistol, that firing rate. Forget the draw speed. It's already out. The question is... Okay.
Yeah, he's got time.
I had to stop talking so I could hear the ticking. He's got plenty of time.
Cajun 3 couldn't pull it off. I honestly thought he could have, but now Fnatic, a critical round at 7-11.
And that was overlooking Pronax. Again, your first man is not going to check every angle. But your second guy has to know where he is, and Pronax just stayed alive for far too long. They lost 2 men, and it was far too late at that point. So good clutch from Fnatic, and we see the exact same repeat of Inferno, which, if everything repeats itself, Team SoloMid's going to look all right in the end.
Yeah, that it will. Well, that they will. So, making them a thing. Cajun B and Device. Waiting on outside. KGB with this AWP really wants to just get that initial frag, and JW is going to realize too they're already at a point where they can buy an AWP. So he's being very defensive around this mid hold, where previously he's been a little over aggressive. A lot of spamming, but still no entries. Okay, now JW does play that aggressive role. Flashes up KGB and Device. 1 minute still left on the clock. Olaf. He's actually up on top of Catwalk this time around. He needs another smoke to come in a moment. Pronax needs to hold this. Cannot do so. The fire's keeping him out. Sibnix takes a hell of a lot of damage to achieve that. And even then, they're coming back to A. JW's read it perfectly. He's already moving over. Olaf, because he's got clean line of sight down catwalk, and he's realizing there's not a single player there from TSM. But then again, no, JW maybe not really reading it so perfectly. Yeah, now he's coming. Crims has to go as well.
Device needs to be quicker to clear off these angles because Kerrigan's up. He's to the half wall. He's got the bomb and he's got no support. Okay, Device got there just in time. That could have been absolutely crucial if JW came out uncontested.
He gets 2.
And there it is. He gets 2. They weren't up close enough to support that.
And Device is the last man left standing. He'll take out JW, but he won't be able to outshoot Flusher. So 12 rounds to 7. Team SoloMid losing now 2 in a row. There's a little bit of money for them, but they don't want to spend it. They need a full buy next round. So we're looking at a pistol round coming up from TSM and Fnatic. They're getting the AWP into Olaf. In fact, he's thrown it over to Flusher. It should be in the hand. Actually, no, JW, because he's been playing that that close A main. Except he's going to, yeah, he's going down danger.
Well, that's where Device came through last time. So either 2 things needed to happen. Device needed to hurry up, or Kerrigan needed to wait for his team to come up with him.
Where is Device going? He just walked straight past Olaf.
He's inside the smoke, but it's, oh, look at the slaughter. Op shot, nade, and a mag 7, 3 different variety of kill.
Kerrigan's trying to get himself back over to long A. JW's not going to allow for it to happen. He's locked into a corner. Meanwhile, Olaf and Device, Olaf is sitting right behind him. Device will be able to get the kill, but the crossfire from just outside of Skyfall, Crims will get it. And this will be the 13th round to Fnatic. And this is the momentum which we were thinking Fnatic was going to maintain through Cobblestone. But Team SoloMid, buy a round now. This is where the momentum can switch back. But it's not deja vu. It's the other way around this time around, where Team SoloMid have so much work to do.
And they're going to rush it toward B quite quickly. 5 AKs. Dupree goes slightly longer, so he'll head out toward drop. But they're already in. And Olaf and Pronax aren't up close, so this might go against them in a bad way, as we can see him get in the corner and tuck himself in. That's where Pronax was in the last time that we came in here with just the pistols. Now they've got AKs, and it's Pronax again,
they jump down,
who finds 2 already. And again, Crims up close, takes down Dupree, so it's falling apart, and JW on the rotate. Easy work as Cajun B at least gets 1 more. Now they've doubled up, 14-7.
That was an absolute disaster. Team SoloMid, they committed so heavily to the B. There was also an early peek coming out from JW. He was looking from the A main, trying to see as far back into the T approach as possible. Didn't see a single person, didn't hear a single person, and just basically called saying, yo guys, I think they're coming B. Olaf moves in really close, but most of the work was done from range. Fnatic just choke pointing TSM. They got enough money for a little bit of a buy now. We'll see how many they can grab. Cajun B is quite injured. In fact, well, there goes JW in top of danger. And Kerrigan trying to keep that momentum moving into the A side. Unable to do so. Pronax and Flush are standing strong together. I'm waiting to watch this battle again. Olaf and Device. Olaf's getting flanked from all sides. They know he's over on Long Cat. He's still able to do a large amount of damage into TSM, but it's not enough to help him win the round. So Fnatic can't close it out straight away, and Team SoloMid with the force buy, able to get themselves another round.
Yeah, great response, and they don't give up. They stay headstrong, and they take that site. They still haven't done much over at A, which could be to their detriment. They need to at least make a presence. They did have that round where Kerrigan went in and lost the bomb, but if Fnatic are aware that they aren't going to start using that, they aren't going to start pushing A at all, they'll start to stack B a little bit more commonly. Instead, they're actually going to do the opposite. They're going to put 2 out toward long A, get an early... Oh, they actually boost JW in the corner. So this will give them, if they do go A, give JW a good spot to work, and Flusha's going to hold it. So they'll bait off of Flusha. He'll be the bull holding, or the ringmaster with the red cape, and JW will give them the horns.
Yeah.
They checked it. Kerrigan actually checked it, so they knew about that spot. Yeah, look at this. Dupree's rating it.
Okay.
Almost didn't get the shot.
Yeah, that didn't look too clean. But they are coming into A. The defense not going to work. Dupree, even when blind, is able to find these kills.
Bombs down in B tunnels, though. Zipnix has to go back to grab it. This means he's got a long way to go to get all the way back. Yeah, he made a little mistake there. He's got a long way to go, so the rotators are going to beat him there, which means 2 men inside the site have to hold off 3 until Zipnix can get close enough to be part of this exchange.
Belov's coming over now. Crims trying to do it from Preacher stand, and he's managed to find 1 at least. Losing his teammate means he has to drop down, look over towards the broken wall where the bouncers are coming. That's where he's got the better line of fire. He's still got his teammate. Olaf is now, in fact, coming up to Preacher. So they got the high and the low. In fact, they're both going to drop down low. But Cajun B Ends up being a trade-off man, and Olaf Meister saves the AWP and gives Fnatic now 7 match points. Best of luck.
Yeah, this is
exactly what TSM didn't want.
No.
This is going to force them into cash.
Exactly, and I still think that's the bigger issue here. Cobblelight, it was Fnatic's map. Fnatic should have this. This isn't against anything unexpected or any surprise at all, but leaving cash in the pool hurts, because otherwise you might have had Dust too, which would be a really good game.
Look how fast TSM are coming in. And Crims, it's time to go big. He can't do enough of it though. Not enough bullets left inside that M4, but he's got Pronek to help him out. So 2 M4s here. The flashes trying to make it almost impossible for TSM to run out. In fact, they are. They got both of their Ts blinded. So they have to come back indoors where these nades keep flying. Sipnix, okay, well, JW's going to throw the smoke in from the window. He's so close, Crims. Can't believe this guy's still alive. 6 HP, not a single casualty just yet for Fnatic. But only 1 loss for TSM. Okay, there we go. 1 for 1. Where are these holds? Finally, Skyfall belongs to TSM. But they've only got 2 players here. Cajun B's a long way back in B halls. He's worried about that Fnatic A rotation. Because last time that they thought they had B, they got flanked by 2 players just moving in through the B halls. Cajun B is in fact moving back into the B halls. Flushes.
Such low HP though. Zipnix just needs to make noise and be productive in at least one of these players, and I'll call it a good job from him, but he's... Yeah,
that's the
might
bomb
be too late.
The bomb is down. In fact, it's not even up on catwalk. So if KGB wants this, he has to jump down to it. And this will be a quick round. And this should actually be the map too. Once they can finish off the job, and there it is. Olaf to do it in style. He'll end it out with, well, funnily enough, would you believe Olaf was the lowest fragger for this map?
Yeah, I mean, everyone contributed, though. We saw some plays. I thought Pronax was excellent over at B. Sitting, I mean, that one round with the pistols where they did actually eco the round that should have been made at 8-10 that made it 11-7 was extremely good for him and extremely efficient. And he's so good sometimes at just staying back and waiting out his time. But there you go. There's our MVP. It's going to be Flusha for this game. 22 kills, 36 headshot percentage. But again, everyone contributed. Now we see it. So no surprise, they do take Cobble. There was a moment there.